The green guys were way harder to kill in Geometry Wars 1, like Retro Evolve for 360, because there was no input buffering. It's just the advancements that the console generations have made from system to system are noticeable. There is a massive improvement in the quality and the efficiency and the streamlining of the game engines, graphics doing things on the regular, even on the Nintendo Switch that would have never been dreamt of like 10 years ago. So, what I'm saying is, it's an it's a it's an improvement and a downgrade at the same time, because if you think about it, if there's a 3 frame window of input that the game forgives you for, because of the fact that there are so many things happening on the screen that it's hard for the system to keep track of it all, so it like gives a little window of time where things can change and still be okay, and it'll continue as intended. What I mean is, these green enemies that run away from my bullets are much easier to track down with my bullets, because now it's not a this instant style reaction from the game engine. It's like, as long as you're aiming in their direction in these frames, these 3 frames, the bullet will hit and kill the enemy. So, in a way, it's like saying, here, have the cookie. It's easier to get now, but oh well. Um, it's just easier now. Like, look at these orange guys. They're swarming at me, but I'm killing them faster than they can reach me because of how this game works and how it was made. It was way harder to kill the swarms of the little guys in the first Geometry Wars for 360, because I'll tell you a secret, they were only worth 10 points apiece. These orange guys give me more multiplier than normal enemies, because they had to change their style to fit the new game engine. Like, instead of there being so many of them and every bullet would kill just one for 10 points and give you your multiplier, they did some sort of math equation and made them worth 25 points and a little bit more than one enemy's worth of multiplier per kill. And then, the black holes, don't even get me started on those. Those piss me off. For this reason. I'm gonna start. See, whenever it takes more than one bullet to kill an enemy, all the shit hits the fan. Because of that 3 frame input buffer. It complicates things. It makes it harder for me to stay alive whenever there are a lot of black holes on the screen. If I don't use bombs, which I normally don't because it's hard for me to remember to use them, the black holes were easier to kill on the 360 as opposed to the PS5. Because the black holes, every single bullet counted towards their death, and they had a smaller health bar, depending if you were running towards them, because they did deflect your bullets once they activated. You had to be running into it while shooting directly at it to kill it, which is terrifying. And it's more so in this game because whenever you kill a black hole, it takes out all the enemies around it, but also forces them away with, like, wind or gravity or something. Like, whenever you... It's just a hot mess. Because if you don't get it right, the black hole kills you easily. Because all it takes is one hit for you to die. But it takes like a volley of bullets in a straight direction to kill a black hole. And then the enemy's spawn time is affected by momentum if you kill a black hole while an enemy is spawning in. This, like if an enemy spawns in and you kill a black hole near it, that enemy's going to slingshot out of where it spawned from. Sometimes too quickly to react to it, it'll kill you right there. But if you've noticed, there are no bullets that the enemies use to kill me with. They're basically zombies. They just run towards me brain dead. Except for the green ones, which run away from my bullets. Those are the smartest enemies in the game. But then there's the red guys who run at you like bulldozers. You can only kill them from behind. You have to wait until they run past you. They're like bulls. See? You have to wait for them to pass and shoot them in the back. They have shields. But their momentum can be altered by bullets. If you do shoot the front shield of the red guys, it does mess with them a little. Just, it's inconsistent. It's not something you can rely on because of the 3-frame input buffer. And the fact that there are also in this stage a lot of enemies coming after you. It's easy to lose track and just die. That's why it's good to use bombs all the time. Which I don't do. Because I always want to be the hero. I'm like, I can survive this. Then I die. But the most important thing about staying alive in Geometry Wars is your multiplier goes up. You can reach, because it starts at 1, then 25 enemies gives you the ×2 multiplier, then 50 enemies gives you the ×3 multiplier, and it just doubles and doubles and doubles until you hit 10. Once you get the 10 times multiplier, the extra lives and bombs just flow like water. It's like you're invincible, and your score is getting so fast, so quickly. That's how you get 5 million or 10 million points, is just by staying alive and using bombs. Like, the game gets too hard to survive after a certain point, and if you don't know how to use bombs, you'll just cap. Like, you'll just reach your limit sooner than later. It's just the way the game works. If you don't use bombs, your score won't be as good. And you won't last as long. The bombs are like breathers. They're like ults in Overwatch. They're just meant to help you survive longer. Every 100,000 points, you get a bomb. Every 75,000 points, you get a life. So bombs are harder to get than lives. With good reason. Bombs grant no points. Only bullets give you points for enemies. And then, the damage or score multiplier that you get from taking out enemies with a black hole explosion is fucking sweet. It's really good. Like, if you take out a cloud of enemies with one black hole with a 5 times multiplier, you're gonna get like 3 lives. Oh, okay. Well, there you go.